Assalamu alaikum, my students. Here we have week second stuff in front of us. It's from April 13th to April 17th. So in the previous week, in the week 1, we started chapter number 1, the rise of Islamic civilization, and we covered two topics there. Number 1 was the Roman Empire comes to an end, and the second one was the rise of Islam. So in the Roman Empire comes to an end, when we studied at that particular topic, we studied how the Roman Empire actually collapsed and how it got ended, and the last Byzantine Empire got ended. So this is how we studied. Okay, the rise of Islam. In this particular topic, we studied how the Prophet ﷺ started the message delivering, and then how the caliphs, the four rightly guided caliphs, whom we known as Khulafa Rashidun, how they carried out the message of Islam. So coming to today's topic, again, I want your attention, my students, please. It is History Class 7, week 2nd, April 13 to April 17. And the pages from which I'm gonna read is the topics to be covered from the page number 3 to page number 7 of your Oxford textbook. I've mentioned it at the bottom of the box that you can see at the right bottom of the box. Understanding History by Ismat Riaz for class 7. Okay, the topics that we're gonna cover in this week are, inshallah, emergence of Muslim dynastic rule, the Umayyads, the Abbasids, the golden age of Muslim civilization, some other dynasties. So brace yourself, I want your attention. I think let's begin, inshallah. So page number 3 of your textbook, the topic is emergence of Muslim dynastic rule. So here in this topic, we're going to learn what happened actually after the last and final Khulafa Rashid died, Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib. When he died, what happened after him? So after Khulafa Rashidun, other Muslim dynasties took over. So my dear students, the dynasties is a group of people, is a group of family, it's a progeny who takes over and rules. So Arabs, Persian, Turks, Moors, and people from Central Asia ruled. All contributed in different fields like arts, architecture, administration, science, and technology. So this is how everything happened afterwards. Islam was spread from Arabia by Arab armies, traders, travelers, and scholars who worked in the spreading of Islam. So basically, Arab armies escalated at different places. Trader would take their goods and their stuff to other markets of the world. For example, Syria, China, and other places where they would sell their goods. Travelers who used to travel all around, and scholars who actually work hard in the spread of Islam. So basically, this is how Islam was spread. After Khulafa Rashidun, Umayyads came in power. Umayyads is a dynasty followed by Abbasids, which ended by Mongols led by Hulagu Khan, who captured and destroyed Baghdad in 1258, and I've highlighted in the red as well. So after Khulafa Rashidun, Umayyads came in power. Umayyads was a family, and then after Umayyads, or they were succeeded by a family or a group of people called Abbasids. So it was eventually ended by Mongols led by Hulagu Khan, who captured and destroyed Baghdad in 1258. So in order to make it more productive, I want you guys to take your textbooks in front of you, page number 3, so that you can know and understand and comprehend what I'm discussing right now. Abbasids were succeeded by Seljuks, Ottoman Empire, Mamluk, Fatimid, Ayyubids, and Safavids, and Mughals in the subcontinent in particular. So what we have learned out of it, all of these dynasties and the families and the group of people became the reason of spread of Islam, along with its rich culture and civilization. So what we know is, whichever place Islam was spread, the people who went there, they actually delivered the faith, they carried the message of Islam with them, whatever they did apart from that. So moving to the next slide and the next topic. The Umayyads. So they were in charge from 661 to 750, and I've highlighted it here as well, and it is on page number 4 of your textbook. Umayyad dynasty was established by Amir Muawiyah Amins radiyallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him. He was a companion and a sahabi of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and he was one of those Katib al-Wahi who used to write the revelation as well. So it got expanded in a century. It took 100 years for it to expand and made Muslims more powerful. In 711 and 712, Tariq bin Ziyad crossed the Strait of Gibraltar and conquered all of the Spain up to the mountains of Pyrenees next to the border of France. So this is how we know that how these people actually, they work for Islam, and then how they escalated around the world. So at the same time, in 711 and 712, Muhammad bin Qasim, who was only 17 years old, a young handsome boy, a young handsome guy, he conquered Sindh up to the Multan. So this is how these people work. Umayyads built navy, which made them stronger. Conquest of Spain made Muslims more powerful globally. Cordoba was made capital of Umayyads empire in the Spain, which is in the Spain, Cordoba. It was a time of growth in the fields of knowledge, science, arts, architecture, and scholarship was patronized. Umayyads built canals, roads to improve travel for traders, and pilgrims to Mecca and Medina. Arabic was the state's language. Umayyads introduced the system of postal services as well. So these are the reforms that these people, the Umayyads, brought into the face of this world for the people to benefit. So we must say that these people were high in technology, they were high in science, they were high in knowledge. They gave a lot to the world, and we owe them a lot. Okay, moving to the next. In the Middle East, Umayyad dynasty came to an end in 750 when Abbasids defeated them in a war. Abdurrahman, the only Umayyad ruler survived, ruled Spain for another 300 years. Certainly, Umayyads introduced reforms and civilized culture to the Spain, and Muslim rule in Spain came to an end in 1492. And here at the bottom side, I have attached two pictures from your textbook. You can see on the textbooks as well. This will help you to know how the buildings were made and how advanced they were actually. So, moving to the next topic. Page number 5 of your textbook, the Abbasids, 750 to 1258. Abbasids moved to Iraq, made Baghdad their capital. So they actually succeeded those Umayyads. So Abbasids moved to Iraq and made Baghdad their capital. In comparison, basically, the Umayyads made their capital Cordoba, a place of Spain, a city of Spain, whereas Abbasids moved to Iraq and made Baghdad their capital. Baghdad was considered most cultured and civilized city at that time, and this city had most of the scholars at the time, being living there, or being making the spread of Islam there. Two famous rulers that we all probably know from the Abbasids dynasty are Harun al-Rashid and his son Mamun al-Rashid. From 750 to 1258, Islamic civilization bloomed, and it was on high, and it is known as golden age of Islam. Greek and Latin texts were translated into Arabic in order to make them understand. They set up medical schools. Mamun al-Rashid established Beit al-Hikmah at Baghdad, which means house of wisdom. At this particular place, Beit al-Hikmah, a lot of people who were the think tanks of that time, who were good at thinking and brainstorming, they would get together and make good decisions for the betterment of their people. Places for learning and hospitals were built. This is how Muslims made great contribution in science and mathematics. In 1258, the Abbasids were defeated by Halaku Khan, who led Mongols. He was a Mongolian leader. He sacked and destroyed Baghdad completely and killed thousands of people there. So this is the next page, and I've attached the golden age of Muslim civilization and two pictures here. Beautiful calligraphy from an early Andalusian Quran. This is how the people used to write Quran, in a very beautiful texture and a beautiful font as well. In the second picture, figure 1.6 shows us the scientific work done by a Muslim scientist. It means that Muslims were very much interested and were excelled in the fields of science as well. This is the rich history that Islam has. This is the rich history of the Muslims when they were ruling all over the world, especially Spain and other places. Moving to the next topic. It is page number 5 and 6 of your textbook. So the golden age of Muslim civilization. I've attached some pictures for your guidance as well, and these pictures are from your textbook, by the way, and you can see on the textbook as well. Expansion of empire under Umayyads and Abbasids also gave shape to Muslim culture and civilization. Muslim scientists, astronomers, mathematicians, doctors, and philosophers contributed immensely to technology and culture. Immensely means highly. They did so well, they did so much. So moving to the next slide. They preserved Greek culture and learning, got them translated into Arabic and added their knowledge into it, and made further progress in every scientific field. This development got itself linked to geography. So this is how with geography they know how the mappings and the lands and the landscapes. So this helped Muslim traders and businessmen travel to the known world carrying their goods and faith. This land trade routes from Arabia to Asia and Africa to Arabia made them wealthy, and they brought new innovations from all around the places along with the culture. Samarkand, Cordoba and Cairo became centers of learning with universities, libraries, laboratories and schools. A unique form of Islamic art developed in the writing of manuscripts. Manuscripts is a piece of paper on which you write different scripts, different languages, different scripts and fonts. Calligraphy as an art form which then was used in mosques and buildings as a decorative medium. Since Islam does not allow human depiction, in Islam it is not allowed for us to make human sketches and other. So inlay work and geometrical patterns in tile work became typical of Islamic buildings. And for example, I'm going to tell you, my students, that you can see all of it at different buildings, maybe at Badshahi Masjid and other stuff that you see in other rich architectural stuff that we have from the Muslim rules. You can see big mosques where you can find Arabic text and a lot of other calligraphic stuff. So other dynasties, on page number 67 of your textbook, Fatimids from 910 to 1171, followed by Seljuk 1037 to 1194, followed by Ayyubid 1169 to 1250, and last but not the least followed by Mamluks 1250 to 1517. Fatimids, they were from Egypt. They made Cairo their capital. Their empire stretched from eastern Arabia and Syria in the east to Egypt and northern Africa up to Morocco in the west. Seljuks, they were Turco-Persian origin. They were based in Turkey. Their empire covered Turkey, Uzbekistan, the Persian Gulf and Oman. Ayyubids, founded by Nuruddin Zangi, based in Syria. Famous Sultan Salahuddin Ayyubi belonged to the Ayyubid dynasty, and let me tell you, Sultan Salahuddin Ayyubi is one of those figures who really contributed. He was a generous person who really contributed in the skills, who was a skilled man, and who is known for his generosity as well. So this is it for the week number 2, and I'll attach the assignments and the related questions in the your assignment side. I wish you best of luck. Stay home and keep yourself safe. Assalamu alaikum.